If Yarok comes down and we draw a land, we're gonna snap off this Wrath of God. Yeah, we're snapping this off. Absolutely no question. Enjoy. Yeah, you can get set back to 3. Yes, yes. Ah, absolutely, yeah. Ah, so good. That's good stuff. What is up, everyone? Justin Parnell back with more Historic Brawl, and we have a deck that I've honestly been looking forward to for a while, and that is Kaya Intangible Slayer. And this is a deck that I believe our opponents are going to be quite annoyed with. And we're not, we're not playing the 5-color, 4-color pile of card nonsense, but what we are doing is we are playing just about every single card that drains our opponent life. So we'll say, let's say, lose, gain. So all of these cards lose our opponent's life and gain us life. And of course, Kaya does the same thing. So our goal is to be set up kind of a controlling board and then start playing out our cards that drain our opponents for their life. And there's even some that this little tag didn't hit down here. Obviously, the original Meat Hook Massacre kind of does the same thing. Let's see. Sanguine Brushstroke puts in a Blood Artist. Ill-Gotten Inheritance does damage instead of draining life. But you kind of get the picture. This is a lot of cards that drain opponents' life totals. And we do have a small little blink theme as well. So we have a lot of cards like Vampire Sovereign, a.k.a. Flying Siege Rhino, that have an Enter the Battlefield trigger that does that. So we have Teleportation Circle, we have Charming Prince, Cloud Shift, Ephemerate, Flicker of Fates, Touch the Spirit Realm, and, Panharmonicon to double up on all of those triggers. So I am quite excited for this deck. I don't know what to expect. I've played a few games with it, of course, as I always do, but I don't know how it's going to do against the cream of the crop, as it were, in Historic. So let's go and find out together. But before we get into the games, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel to keep seeing this sweet, sweet content every week. We're going to get a test right out of the gate because our first match is up against Atraxa Grand Unifier, and this is as reasonable a hand as we could possibly ask for, so we're going to keep it. We're going to, I guess, Twilight Prophet on turn 3, which is pretty solid, going to help us draw some cards. And we'll go ahead and get out this Reaper's Talisman. So this, when you equip it to a creature, gives it Death Touch, but when it attacks alone, it drains our opponent for 2. And this is going to be white, so we can have access to this Wrath of God also. So we do have a Panharmonicon with a Vampire Spawn, which is going to drain them for 4, and then we gain 4. That is quite a lot. The only problem is, our opponent has a big ol' 7 power, 7 mana lifelink creature. Now, the good news is, they played Basic Plains and Basic Forest, which means that they don't have a ton of fixing and probably not a ton of lands. So maybe we can catch them not having the appropriate amount of lands because they hadn't played any tap lands for the first 2 turns, which is, I feel like when you're playing Atraxa, generally the thing that you want to do. So let's go ahead and Twilight Prophet now. Because I think that drawing cards is going to be something that's pretty meaningful. All right, Childish Provisioner. Do they have a land to follow up? Okay, they do. A tapped land. We are likely going to... Ooh. Oh, if we blow this treasure up, that still wouldn't stop them, necessarily. Okay, well... We'll play the white side. And we really need to get down... We'll get down this Panharmonicon. And attack for 2. So we have 8 permanents. We could probably get to 9 next turn. Ooh, Gilded Lotus. That is a juicy, juicy Lauren target. We're going to get to blow up this treasure also. Oh, I like that. I like what I'm seeing. Thassa Deep Dwelling. Okay, cool. Okay, they're going to blink the Elvish Rejuvenator. We are going to get to blow both of these up, which is pretty nice. They are going to likely, yeah. So they are going to have their appropriate amount of mana for Atraxa, but still, let's go ahead and get this. Let's go ahead and get this. And we have 2 mana left over, so let's drain for 2. So, Atraxa is going to come down. It's going to get blinked with Thassa, of course. Oh, yes. Time Warp. Very cool. Oh, Time Warp and Alrund's Epiphany. I only picked the Time Warp. Fortunately, they don't have enough mana to cast it. They only have 3. Maybe this is a Dark Ritual, and then they turn it into blue mana somehow. Who knows? Who really knows? Cold Steel Heart. Maybe I'll reveal something for 19, and then we just win. A 19 drop. Something I wouldn't normally put in my deck, but I think in this circumstance, it is what I want. Well, they were low on cards. So they get a Malakir Rebirth. Fortunately, they don't have enough. They don't have the mana to be able to do that. So if I blow the world up, so to speak, then Atraxa is going to go with it. Thank goodness. And spoiler alert, that is exactly what I'm going to do. I would love to draw a land. I'm going to get 3 draws. I'm going to get upkeep, activation, then I'm going to draw a step, then I'm going to draw an extra card. That way I can Wrath of God and then play this Vampire Sovereign. Ephemerate? Okay, Ephemerate's not bad. Alright. Come on, land. Yep, you can draw. Alright. There is a land. I'm not going to wait for this. Go ahead and just finish that off. Atraxa can go back to your command zone. Or not. Maybe Blood on the Snow. I don't know. I don't know your life. Alright. Vampire Spawn. Drain them. Okay, we do have an Ephemerate. So, oh, maybe we steal one. Who knows? I think they're gonna probably yeah, kill this Panharmonicon though, which is gonna make the going a lot slower. And then of course they have Thassa. Oh, Time Warp. How interesting. Okay. And they're gonna blow up our Cold Steel Heart, I would imagine. Nope. Reaper's Talisman. Okay. You have a 2/3, so they can't, like, conveniently attack. I thought we were set up pretty good, but, you know, it's just like, I mean, we just can't beat, you just can't beat the, just the overwhelming value. It's just absolutely insane. And it's not like this is a 1/1 creature, right? This is a 7/7 with Flying Vigilance, Death Touch, and Lifelink, so it's just very difficult to overcome when you're trying to play a fair deck. See, and they just cast this card for no reason. I don't need to do that. Well, we're going to take one draw step. And fortunately, you know, they're only down to, you know, like 65 cards. So maybe we can mill them out. No, 64 cards. Okay. Yeah, it's just a who's who of all of the best cards in the format. So we're going to go to our draw step, and if it's not Hidegu's 14th right, we're going to concede. It's not, it's a land. Alright, good game. Not really. I'm going to concede and go about my day. Try to drain somebody else. On the play against Omnath, Locust of the Royal, this is a pretty reasonable hand here. You know? Pretty reasonable. Let's go ahead and play this as a land. We'll play it tapped. We don't need to play this Vampire Neonate quite yet. Alright. Let's get Ellis Ilcor, Sadistic Pilgrim, out. So whenever we play a creature, we gain a life. Whenever one of our opponent's creatures die, they lose a life. And then we'll play Sanguine Brushstroke. This is going to create a Blood Artist for us. Now, Omnath can come down and take care of this Blood Artist. That is a thing that can happen. Cloudkin Seer. Okay, right on. Twilight Prophet. That is a good one. Well, let's go ahead and get the Prophet down. And we are close. We're so close to the City's Blessing, as our opponent does just an in-step Brainstorm. So in-step Brainstorm in most cases doesn't do a whole lot, because you're gonna put one back on top and then immediately draw it. So this top card of their deck is a card that was previously in their hand. If they don't shuffle their deck, they're just going to draw it back, which essentially just, turns into Brainstorm draw card, which is not the worst, but I've played my fair share of Whispers of the Muse. In most cases, that's not it. Vivian. Vivian going to take down Twilight Prophet, I would imagine.
No one said restoration was painless.
Looks like we should have gone elsewhere. Okay, well, let's do this Dogged Pursuit and this Vampire Neonate. And I guess we're going to trade this Cloudkin Seer. Man, how are we gonna... You know what? Let's not attack. Let's just pass the turn. They're gonna get some value off of this Vivian, no doubt. And this is gonna take out Ellis. They're gonna draw... Or they're gonna gain... They're gonna lose one. We're gonna gain one. So whenever a land, put a counter on target elemental. So they targeted this Cloudkin Seer. Okay. So we have Sanctum of Stonefangs. Shadow Spear. We're not going to equip it because we're going to activate this Neonate on their instep, so we'll just pass the turn. They're going to lose one. Going to lose one during our upkeep, and they're going to lose one during their end of turn. It's a bit of a slow grind. Bit of a slow grind here. They could cash in Vivian to get one of our enchantments. Augur of Autumn. Augur of Autumn's pretty great right now. They do have Coven. Okay, they got Coven. See this little candle? They're Covened. They're all Covened up. They no longer have Coven. If they'd have gone 5 here, then 4, basically keep these offset, then they could have had it. Alright. Just 3? Just 4 in the air. No problem. We'll go to 28. Alright. Let's drain them for 1. Upkeep. They lose 1. Alright, let's cash this blood in. We're going to discard this command tower. They're going to get drained for 1 again. Okay. Swamp, that is fine. Well, might as well suit up this Neonate. And we still need another land for Kaya. And we'll just pass the turn. They're going to lose another one. Okay, we're back at 31. They're closely getting to 8 lands, though. When they get 8 lands, then they start to draw cards, which... And they already have 7 in hand. Okay. Going after the enchantments.
Means retribution.
So, Sanctum of Stone Fangs down. Notably, we don't have any other shrines. We're not a shrines deck. This just happens to be the card that we are looking for. Okay. Both of those down. Let's get Godless Shrine. It's going to come into play tapped. So we have Kaya online. Kaya is online. Still just going in the air for 3. Or for 4. Okay, we're going to go to 27. And we're going to go back to 28, which is the exact same scenario last time. Although our opponent has, taken out a lot of our stuff. Okay. Here's Kaya. Well, we got a counterspell on Kaya. Wash away. Yeah, that's bad news. That is bad news for us. That's bad news for us. I mean, that is definitely the downside of a gigantic 7-mana commander. I felt like if we could have landed Kaya, I would have said that we would be favored to win. But we didn't. So I don't think that's the case. Our opponent obviously was able to take out all of our... They got rid of our Twilight Prophet. They got rid of our Ellis. They got rid of our Sanctum. They got rid of our Dogged Pursuit. And now they're going to get rid of our life total, which is the worst of all. Okay, they just found the land off of Vivian. That's going to be land number 8, which means they're going to be able to start drawing more cards. We're going to take 9. Finally, for the first time this game, go below our starting life total. Alright, we'll play... you know what? Let's Arterial Flow first. We have 2 vampires, so... They're going to lose 2. We're going to gain 2. They have a lot of cards in their hand. They got rid of Ramunop Excavator and Rhythm of the Wild. Okay. Maybe we'll draw a land next turn. We can play Kaya back. But, yeah, I think without our... this Vivian is just bad news. All around bad news. Alright, they're going to go to 9. Okay. Can we drain them out? It's not looking good. In fact, it's looking pretty bad. It's looking really unlikely. Try to be Lycian Grove. They can play lands and creatures from the top of their deck. They're drawing 1,000,000 cards. Cultivate. That's going to draw them 2 more cards and give 2 more +1/+1 counters. Yeah, giving it to Muldrifter. Even if we can get this Kaya, I don't even know what I would do with it. Maybe maybe exile Muldrifter. All right. There goes Blood Artist. They're at 8. How do we do this last 8? Because I think our last turn is upon us. We need a sweeper. We need a Wrath of God or a Meat Hook Massacre or something like that. Yeah, we're going to take a bunch of damage. Go to 8. Gotta have a sweeper right now. Cloud Shift, that's not going to do it. We can attack our opponent for quite a bit. We can attack them for 4. but 4 is not going to be enough. Not going to be enough. They're going to go to 4. We're going to go to 12. Good game. They're going to finish us off. Oh, with a questing beast for good measure. All right, I'll give them 2 more game actions. All right, that's 1. Okay, that's 2. All right, if you take another game action, I'm going to concede. All right, good game. Good game. Return to the Wild Speaker. Oh, oh man. Yeah, just a casual negative 30. That's pretty good. That's pretty solid. All right, good game. Good game. On the play against a Johnny Sleeper Agent, and we only have 2 lands. We got a mulligan. Got to find a third. We have found a third. We do have Shieldred and Veto and a Cloud Shift, so we will keep this. It's not the greatest hand ever. We do have Shieldred. We know, you know, that tends to be a pretty powerful card. Esper Sentinel. Nice. All right, there's a Godless Shrine tapped right on time. Well, at least it didn't come next turn. We can actually save ourselves the 2 life on turn 2. So our 4th land is going to give us Veto for turn 3 and Shieldred for turn 4. And a little Cauldron Familiar. We do have Witch's Oven in here. Obviously, we don't have it in our hand, so... Yeah, that combo's good enough that even a 100-card singleton, man, quite powerful. Oh, wow. Not attacking with the Esper Sentinel. Okay. Well, we're certainly not going to pay 4 whenever that happens to not let them draw a card, so, you know, so be it. And they could kill this Shieldred. It's quite possible. I should have left up the Cloud Shift, but we'll see. Okay. 3 counters. That's a lot of proliferating. That's a lot of proliferating. Okay. We're going to gain, you're going to lose. Castle Ardenvale. Alright. Cauldron Familiar. Same deal. Okay. Let's pass the turn. They're going to lose some more life. We have Cloud Shift to protect Shieldred. And this Cauldron Familiar cannot block. It's the Arena version. Which, for Historic Brawl, I mean, feel like shouldn't be like this, but who am I to judge? Okay. So, they're going to lose 2, go to 15. We can give all of our creatures lifelink next turn. Okay. Plains on top. Not helpful. Plains goes on the bottom. Alright. Ellis Core. Ellis Ilcore. Okay. Let's... I mean, I think just hold tight. Let's just play more creatures, and let's see if they can break up this Shieldred Veto combo. Next turn, we might be in the business. Oh, yeah. Play a bunch of little creatures out. That's really what I want to see here. So at 13. We're going to go to 11 on our turn. Veto can get everything lifelink, which 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's pretty close. All right, we'll take 6. Proliferate here. We could just, oh yeah, Allosaurus Shepherd. Yeah, play more little, yeah, do all these. Play all of these. I'm glad they didn't distribute the 3 counters before and then proliferate them up. That would have been bad news. And they found the Eternal Wanderer, which is going to be bad news for us. Non-ironically going to be bad news. Just play more little friends. What could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? Surely not this Masker Worm could go wrong against your little, a bunch of your little 1/1s. Charge the mites, no problem. Shieldred bites the dust. Go down, take 6. Gonna gain some life. And we're gonna go attacking. You have to block. You gotta block the 2/2. You gotta block the Death Touch creature. You have to block the Death Touch creature. You know you do not have a choice. I know it feels bad. I know it feels terrible. But then you lose anyway, because then this is going to die, and then Masker Worm's going to trigger, and it's just a great day. Just a great day for Team Parnell. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. They went the whole game. We didn't play a single non-creature spell. Every single spell we cast was a creature. So good. Oh, man. We are on the draw against Itali Primal Storm, and this is a pretty reasonable hand, actually. We got our Teleportation Circle, which is going to be great. We have Curse of Leeches, which is a little, you know, little Soul Stealer, which we kind of just want to be on the day side, the aura side. But, you know, I mean, having a 4/4 lifelinker is not the worst thing in the entire world. Alright, let's play this Arcane Signet. Get in for 1, yeah! Okay. Zov Consumption. Let me tell you all about a little card named Soul Feast. Soul Feast had this exact text. It says target opponent, loses 4, you gain 4, but it was cost 5. I played many a Soul Feast as a youth. Which I should have just played. I should have played this face down. So we could have a land, but that's all good. So let me tell you about some Soul Feast. Soul Feast back in the day was a combination with Yawgmoth's Bargain, because you could pay 1 life to draw 1 card, obviously a very broken card, on the reserve list, banned in most formats, restricted where it's not, etc. But Soul Feast essentially made your opponent lose 4, and then you drew 4 cards. Well, we're definitely wish we'd played this face down now. Now it's gonna take us a whole extra turn. Let's be smart. Let's be smart. So, Scourge Familiar was a card that says you could discard a card from your hand to add a black mana to your mana pool. I think it was reprinted in Modern Horizons too. So, you would draw as many cards as you could, discard the ones that, you know, didn't do anything, extra lands, stuff you weren't going to cast for mana. Then you'd play Soul Feast, drain them for 4, and be able to draw 4 more cards, rinse, repeat, etc., and then they would die. Way to get that out early, and you obviously want to have a bunch of life. There's a card called Renounce. You can sacrifice any number of permanents and gain life for each one you sacrificed. Excellent. Well, it is time to get rid of Chandra. Please and thank you. So, you got it with Academy Rector. You'd play Academy Rector. You'd play Renounce. You'd sacrifice the Academy Rector, gain some life, go get your Yawgmoth's Bargain, and away you go. And that's Magic. Back 25 years ago. So if we can get the mana, we're gonna be taking a crack from from Atali. But I am going to block with this because I'll be able to bring it back with the Elspeth Conquers stuff. So, if I can steal Atali, which would be great, then I'll have an Atali. We get a mountain and a charming prince. Okay. Yeah, scry 2, gain 3, exit Atali so it's not attacking. That all sounds fine. Gain some life. Okay, okie dokie. Let's throw this block up so we take no damage, take 1, gain a life. Now we really do need this Kaya Intangible Slayer. We need that. We need that pretty good. Alright, let's get back Indulging Patrician. Get a +1/+1 counter. Okay, first thing that we're going to do... actually, let's play... Eric... Have they lost life this turn? They haven't lost life. Okay. You control, so we have to control this. Draw a card. Right on. Alright. They have not lost life. That's fine, we'll just blink this anyway. If we can get them to lose life, this starts to drain them for 2 every time, which is pretty great. Honestly. Here comes Atali. What do we got? I won't go look. I'll be surprised. Key to the Archive. That's a pretty good one. That's theirs. And a Cloud Shift for us. Well, the Cloud Shift... not doing a whole heck of a lot. Alright, they're taking out... oh, they're going to Cloud Shift. Oh, it returns it back under their control. That's right. Cloud Shift is a fancy little card. If you steal a creature, you basically can just... you keep stealing it. Alright, I was really hoping they were not going to get this Arrogant Outlaw. We are going to take 6 here. We are going to take the 6. We have 3 life. 3 life here. We're still draining them for quite a bit. So that's just going to bring us to 25, which is our starting life total. Unexpected windfall. Man, this is all in combat. Opponents getting their money's worth with these instants. I can appreciate that. Alright. We will finally, after many moons, take 6 down to 25. Lauren can beat up this Key to the Archive. Lauren's probably also going to draw us a card. I'll let my opponent have a card if I can have a card. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's draw. Here, you draw and I'll draw. We all draw. Okay. Opponent's thinking about it, perhaps. Well, we did draw a land. The monkey paw curled. Alright. We are not going to gain 3 life this turn. Alright, let's attack with this 2/5 flying lifelink, Indulging Patrician. They take 2. They're going to lose another life. We'll apply our 7th land, and then Lauren will be gone. Come back. Key to the Archive, you're gone. Now, they can still play stuff because they have these 2 treasures. So, they're going to lose more life. We're back at 28. Goldspan Dragon, that's a good one. Gonna make these treasures they got awfully good. Attacking for 12. 12's a lot. It's a lot, but I think we can handle it. Gotta go to 16. I'm gonna drain them for quite a bit on our turn. Time Warp. I can't get away from it. They're playing mono red and they got Time Warp. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Should have blocked the Charming Prince. I can't believe that. Get out of town. Port. I'm beside myself. Ulamog? What is happening right now? I thought we were having a nice little game of Magic. You were doing your thing, I was doing my thing. Everyone was having a blast. Wow. Well, you know what? As an act of defiance, we're going to get rid of this Time Warp. And we will then die. Unbelievable. Absolutely, positively unbelievable. Sundering Titan, right on. Yeah, do it. Do your thing. Probably could have ate that, but what? I mean, at this point, what difference does it make? A graveyard. They could have got any of my creatures. Well, you know what? You know what's not going to happen? We're not going to let Ulamog kill us, okay? We're not going to let this jerk kill us. We'll die to a Tali and all this other stuff, but not Ulamog. Alright, good game. I can't good game them. Alright. On the draw against Tovolar Dire Huntmaster, so Werewolves. And we do have... I might keep this hand, actually. We have a bit of removal, and we have a Cold Steel Heart. And a Dread Presence, which is... We have, I think, 12 swamps, 13 swamps. 14, 15 maybe, with some non-basic swamps. So, we'll give it a go. We'll give it a bit of a go. Alright, there's swamp number 1. We are going to save this swamp. There's an Arcane Signet. So they're not coming out of the gate. Okay, so there's swamp number 2. That's good. Alright. Arcane Signet, this is going to be black. So, we're going to do Cauldron Familiar, and then whatever they play, if it's bigger than a 2/2, that is a 2/2. Okay, so... We're going to play this swamp. We're going to play Cauldron Familiar. And let's... Bastion of Remembrance. Because I want to snatch Kessig Naturalist with the 2 damage here with the Dread Presence. And then we're going to try to get their... We'll try to get their commander... Okay. Until, when you cast a second spell, make a wolf. Okay, that's pretty good. Howling Moon. I don't think I've ever read all of the text on this card. So target wolf or werewolf gets +2. When opponent casts their second spell, make a wolf. Alright. They have 3 mana. They could play Tovolar. I imagine they want to play Tovolar... Okay, well. I stand corrected. Tovolar's coming to town. Okay. Alright. Dread Presence. Let's revert to plan A. And maybe we will give... this doesn't have trample or anything. So we can just block with this human soldier. And then we will steal Tovolar's soul with probably Banishing Light first. Skyclave Apparition's quite good if we have blink effects, so I'd rather just wait until we can find one of those. Man, Cauldron Familiar not being able to block is not as good. Apparently blocking was a really big part of this card. Surprise, surprise. Because I would really like to be able to block with it in case something happens to this human soldier. But I'm not going to block with Dread Presence. That's out of the question. They are going to be able to give their Tovolar +2/+2. So I can't just, like, block with Dread Presence and trade, which I actually would consider if they just, like, attacked and it was clear they couldn't pump anything, but... So, what do we want? Well, we're at 5 mana, 2 plains, 2 swamps. This is on black. So we need 1 more land for this Kaya. Next turn is going to be Guardian Idol plus Banishing Light. So we have 2 chances to draw 1 land. Ideally a swamp. And if that happens, I feel like we're going to be in pretty good shape. Alright, so they have played nothing. We are going to play Guardian Idol. Tovolar is a sweet card. I appreciate that Werewolves actually got a really good commander. Then transform any of human werewolves you control. Yeah, just great design. Just great design on Tovolar, because this plays well with the original werewolves from the first Innistrad block, like Huntmaster, the Fells, and Friends. And it works well with also Wolf Tribal. So you could just be playing Wolf Tribal, and Tovolar is your commander, and it still works just as well. It looks like our opponent may be AFK. So... I mean, that kind of sucks, but... They do get a wolf. I forgot about that. Alright. Our opponent could be AFK, and if that is the case, that stinks, because I actually was really interested to see how this match was going to go, because they can... You know, the werewolf deck can put quite a bit of pressure on, you know? Especially with this, if I'm casting double spells, they just get a free 2/2, and then this puts more pressure on Howling Moon. Tovolar is probably a commander that I would want to... That I would build at some point. There's only one way that you can build the deck, so it's not a card that is very flexible as far as deck building. Probably only giving you 20 or so slots, because I think the... 40 are going to be all of the werewolf cards. But, 20 is enough to kind of have your own interesting take on it. So maybe we'll see that at some point. But for now, looks like our Tovolar opponent is not going to return to the match. So we'll pick up the victory. And normally I would not show this game, but I talked a lot about stuff, so you've seen it. On the draw against Joyra, Ageless Innovator, and we do have 3 lands because this is off consumption, so we will keep. And a command tower is a welcome sight. A welcome sight. Help fix our mana. And there is Joyra. Oh boy. We got an Arcane Signet too. Well, looks like we're going to be doing a turn 3 Sorin the Mirthless. And Grey Merchant, as you can imagine, one of the best cards in our deck. Grey Merchant, one of the best cards in most decks that it's in. And this one's no different. Alright, they have Counterspell mana up. Let's see if they fire it off. Survey says... Indeed. Alright. I get two ingenuity counters, nothing to play. Alright, Sorin hits the bin. Basically cast cancel. All right, what do they have for 4? Big mana? Ornithopter. That was their draw this turn because I didn't put it into play last turn, so... we are going to definitely Banishing Light their commander. Absolutely no question about it. Ooh, they got another counterspell to stop it. Memory Lapse. Alright, what's coming next turn? We'll be able to have Sanguine Brushstroke and Banishing Light as a follow-up. Well, we're going to go Banishing Light first because they know about that one. Opponent does not have much mana, but they do have a Joyra, so they can play a free 6-mana artifact, which is very scary. Ooh, Corridor Monitor. Okay. I guess they have a non-artifact to play, maybe for 5 mana. Time. I can't escape it. I absolutely cannot escape it. I feel like I'm going crazy. Gadwick. Yep, draw 3 cards. I'm completely losing my mind here. Oh my goodness. Alright. I mean, does it just every deck, just every blue deck just play Time Warp? I mean, it's really good. I get it. I don't think you should be able to play it. But I feel like I've gone on Time Warp long enough. It's just Time Warp, not all the other ones. Like, even Alrund's Epiphany, that costs so much more mana. Carnage Temporal Sundering, that's fine. Often better, but not really the point. Okay, you can tap Blood Artiste. So we have 6 mana. Okay, you can tap something else. Tap Sanguine Brushstroke, you got it. Okay. Tenured Ink Caster. Well, I think Tenured Ink Caster, not exactly in the plans. They're going to lose a life. We're going to gain a life. There's a Flicker. A little Flicker of Fate. Flicker of Fate's pretty good. We can get Joyra. Yeah, let's go ahead and get this Joyra. Let's make it real inconvenient for them. No attacks. They do get to draw a card because they have the biggest artifact, which is 4. Padim is a really great card. I love this card in Commander, actually. It's quite powerful. It's much better than it looks. So, 1 more mana for Kaya. Which... Kaya probably going to go up. Gain some life. And then Kaya will draw cards. I'll put Kaya to 8, and they have 7 mana to attack with. Or 7 power to attack with, rather. That's all if we draw a land. We really need to draw a land. That is not a land. I mean, I'll take it. It's a land next turn. It's a future land. All right. Gray Merchant. This is going to drain them for 6. Which is pretty substantial. All right. No attacks. Brainstorm. They get to tap one of our things. See, at least this... now, Brainstorm here... their end step is doing more because they get a secondary ability off of it, which is tap our blockers. And it's pretty clear they have to really punch us now, or they won't have a chance. I also like to shout out, these sleeves are absolutely dope. I mean, they're just amazing. I wish I had these sleeves. They're fantastic. Look great. So, still same amount of attackers. Fable the Mirror Breaker. Big yikes on that. Maybe they don't have another blue card. Terminal Network. Okay. Celestis. All right, so they don't have a ton of great attacks. That's the only real one that they have that they can get by on. Okay. Oh, God. Arterial Flow. Man. They're going to draw 2 more cards on their turn is the thing. I think I need to wait. I think we need to get Kaya down now. God, if one of these 2 cards is a counterspell. Oh my God, it is. No! My 7 mana commander. Probably never going to cast it again. Kaya just is so much mana. It's crazy. It's crazy how much mana Kaya is. Alright. I'm drawing 2 more. Then they can discard, go looking. Our opponent's got it set up. They're set up for the KO punch. They have Den of the Bugbear. They have Hall of the Storm Giants. They got more card draw. They got some looting. They got tapping my creatures. It's just bad news. It's just all around bad news. I think outside of a sweeper, we're gonna be done for. I mean, and really, even with a sweeper, we have those creature lands to contend with back here. So that is going to be a monumental problem. Yeah. I don't really know what we're going to be able to do. Yeah, getting in with everything. I mean, we got to take it. We can block next turn. We can block with Blood Artist next turn, but not going to do it now. We're going to take 11, go down to 9. Okay, we're going to make them... You know what? First, we have to draw a card. We got to find something. Dogged Pursuit. Alright. Arterial Flow. Discard 2. Drain 2. Wash away. Jeez. I actually really needed that to resolve. That was kind of important. Mainly 2 life also? I think we're done for. We have 1 last turn, depending on if we can block. We may not be able to. We may not be able to block. There's a very real chance we cannot block. They could just play blue spells, tap our creatures, and then we lose the game. Straight up. Tome of the Infinite, if that finds a blue spell, we're toast. Now, I could find something that's not a blue spell. There's a lot of bad options for us here, to be honest. Swords is terrible. Light of Hope, that's okay. Ponder's bad. Force Spike, probably bad if they're smart. Dark Ritual's fine. Duress is fine. Lightning Bolt, very bad. Assault Strobe, that's okay. They got to do it during their turn. Giant Growth, that one's bad. That's the same as Lightning Bolt. Fog is great. Prismari Command. All right, this is gonna do it. A kill spell that is also blue. That is pretty great. We're going to go to 11, and then we're going to take, I think, exactly 11. Or we're going to take a little bit more than that. We're going to take 13. So, they don't know what's in our hand, of course. But as soon as they go in, all right. Oh, they're not killing us. Giving us one more chance for a miracle. Not an actual miracle. I don't have any of those in my deck. We were totally dead. Seagate Restoration. I mean, God bless. Alright. You have done it. Maybe they just need to find a counterspell. Maybe that's the I mean, that's probably the safest way, because we're not going to kill them. Well, nope. Nope. They're going to continue on. Continue looking for stuff. Come on. Let me... I mean, we're still dead. Like, we're dead to their creature lands, but I would just like a sweeper. Please. One sweeper, please, and thank you. They probably still just have a counterspell. They've already played Negate and Memory Lapse and Wash Away. Those are like the three of the four best counterspells. But of course, they still have actual factual counterspell. And that could be lurking with this treasure and this island that they got. I have a feeling we're never going to find out. Firemind's Vessel. Okay. 6 cards in hand. Arcane Signet. No. Okay. Dogged Pursuit. Unfortunately, not going to happen. We are. We're gonna hit him for 2. If only we could blink Grey Merchant twice. That would be pretty great. And steal it from him. Shore up. Good game. Yeah, I'll tap it for a black. Here, I'm gonna let them know I have nothing. You got it. Finish me off. The clock. Oh no. No Rusco. Still the clock. All right. Finish us off, opponent. I'm ready. Two game actions. 2 game actions before I concede. Think about them. That's a big game action. That's 1. Draw 8 cards. Alright, that's 1 game action. Okay, what's your second game action? Alright, that's 2 game actions. Alright. If you do another thing that's not attacking, I'm going to concede. Alright, solve the equation. Nope. Too many game actions. Good game, though. Good game. Alright, we are on the play, finally, against Tyvar Kell. And this is actually a pretty good hand. So, we will keep it. We have removal for Tyvar early, which Tyvar almost assuredly is going to come down on turn 3, so it's really good that we're on the play. There's a goose. Maybe one of the only non-elf mana creatures in the deck. But have it on turn 1. Oh yeah. Or you cast an elf. You can draw a card. Pay a green, draw a card. The goose is about to get real loose. About to loose on over here. Okay. Patrician. And one of these. Okay. Now we're elves. Gonna draw a card. Sure. Alright. Veto. I like veto. Alright. Well, let's get attacking. This is going to drain them for a lot, actually. They're going to take a ton here. This has... yeah. Gain life, then lose 3 more? Good lord. 9? We should hit him for 9. Wow. This little combination here. That's a lot. Blood on the snow? Yeah, I bet. I don't blame you. They just took 9 from that. Mind Stone. Okay. Let's not have them draw any more cards. I think you've had enough. We'll get Tyvar with, Oh no, we did it wrong. This is only creature artifact. Vivian Reed looks like it's not going to make much of a difference.
The wilds are my shield.
Well, no, going upstairs. Oh, we definitely did that super wrong. We might pay for that. All right, we do have a Kaya though. All right, let's drain.
You're not safe from me.
Can we drain them enough? Can we beat the clock? That is the question here.
I've seen things that would break someone like you.
This is 8. We got to find some other stuff to drain. Okay, Landmark Visionary. We might steal this. Draws a card. Quina, okay. Curse of Leeches is not bad. Okay, well, first thing that we're gonna do is we can also attack for 3 here. Okay, let's draw a card first. I think that's gonna finish him off. Okay, we have a terrible land. Gwenna is a lot. You know what? Let's keep going. Let's just keep going. Wait, what? What? Was I in post-combat? Oh my god, it used its own mana. Wow. Wow, that mistake could cost us the game. Could very well cost us the game.
Balance comes.
I cannot believe that. Canopy Tactician. And Vivian is going to ultimate. Well, that we also have to. We have to get rid of the Allosaurus Shepherd. Obviously, no question about that. Okay. Wow, that was ridiculous. I legitimately cannot believe that I just did that. All right. Let's play them all out. So our opponent would be down to 5. They would essentially be in... They would be in range of a Cave of the Frost Giant hit.
Anger only gets so far.
Yep. We have a lot of, we have a lot of life. We have a lot of life, but they're indestructible. So sweepers are no good. Unless it's Meat Hook Massacre, then it is. Because it's Meat Hook Massacre, it's always good. Alright. Kai's gonna go down.
No choice.
We will put Kaya in the command zone. Dig up. Okay, this is just Diabolic Tutor. I get to search for a card, put it in their hand, then shuffle. Could be anything. Probably a removal spell for our... It was the Great Henge. I stand corrected. It was definitely the Great Henge. So their creatures don't have haste, so if they want to play them, they need to play them now. Tyvar, okay. God, this has got reach? Ugh. Oh, and they gain 2 life. This is... we have 2 more turns. Zulaport Cutthroat. Okay. Alright. So we'll put this here. Try to survive a turn. Are they doing the trample? Do they have trample too? Yeah, they have trample. Vigilance, trample, indestructible. Once upon a time. I feel we have bungled this game. No, Crater Hoof, not like this. Not like this. We're gonna get it from the hoof. We will be hoofed. There will be hoof. It's the name of this movie. It goes about the same way as There Will Be Blood. Plot's pretty much identical. Yeah, good game. Okay. Oh man. Maybe we could not get them enough with the maybe I just needed to draw cards instead to try to find an answer for Vivian. We'll never know. Wasn't my best, not my best effort here. This is where you learn from someone else's mistakes rather than your own. So there's this thing when you make content. Sometimes you make a deck. And most content creators, streamers, YouTubers, they're going to practice the deck, right? They're going to play the deck a few times before they stream, turn the camera on. This is the time I made the deck. I played it. I didn't lose. Deck was fantastic. Had a lot of interaction, was able to get people dead. And then you turn the camera on and everything turns upside down. And that is obviously what happened here. Not my proudest moment. This is a deck I'm going to work on because I think that it has potential. Kai is so expensive. So expensive. And that's going to cap its ability to really compete at the highest level. But I think it's got a lot going on. And maybe I just need to lean more into the control-y type cards rather than fiddling with a lot of the creatures. And I think that that's probably ultimately what needs to happen for this deck to be better. So if I return to this deck at some point, and maybe I will, then that is definitely what I would do. And if anyone is watching, if you've had success with this, let me know what you did to make the deck function better than it did in the games today. And of course, I wish I had recorded all the ones that I didn't, but that's how it goes. Gotta live with it. Thank you all so much for watching to the end of the video. If you enjoyed this, please hit that like button. And of course, subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any Historic Brawl, Commander, Cube, or Gladiator content. All the best singleton formats Magic has to offer. If you want to follow me on social media, you can do that right here to see what I'm up to when I'm not on YouTube. And of course, thank you all so much yet again. I'm Justin Parnell, and we'll see you next time.